Всем привет! Вы на канале Алекс Март. Проходим встречу персонажа Кадзухой.
Since we first set foot on Inazuma, so many things have happened since. Yeah, we've definitely. So, where's. Huh? Hey! What the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little. Speed of light! Breath of the flame!
Huh? So you don't have a seems like I've...
At the very least, you should... No, wait! Even when you've got...
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha?
Серьезно? У тебя не было глаза Бога? Извини, я обознался. Вы не встречали человека по имени Кадзуха? А сразу никак не видно было, что это не Кадзуха, ну никак, да?
He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animal vision.
Еще и девушка.
That's none of your business.
Перепутать с девушкой. Что у него со зрением?
Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that... Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about... Right? Paimon has a feeling, though, that even if this... Anyway, just to be on the safe side, Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean... Yeah, anyway, there's no time to lose. Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for...
Итак, это начало. Куда нам идти? Перепутать девушку с Кат. Девушка и Кат. Ладно, там глаз Бога. Но, блин, вы серьезно?
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all. Well, if it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time.
Oh, so you still don't...
I've heard bits and pieces. Is it really as big a deal as ever? Really? Wow. He was called away earlier, but I thought they'd come to arrest him at first.
Just a little while ago, this would have been... Thank you! Guess we'll go back...
All right, then.
Oh? It's you.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. We invited Mr. Kaedahara here to extend a gesture of your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large... The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to you regarding the history of the Kaedahara clan. I trust that you're all... In short, there was once a group of... But there came a time when some of these... We later learned that the whole Considering Mr. Kaedahara has... In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clan.
This is a true honor. However, would I be
I can assure you that nothing could be... With the Kaedahara clan's reputation, you will be able to lead a safe and prosperous...
I have grown accustomed to life, yet my ancestors did indeed take...
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer,
Malicious rumors?
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the...
What?
That is correct. However,
This is just one of many similar rumors. But perhaps if the shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation...
this is precisely why I encourage you to give our...
In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then,
Yikes! We nearly
why would such a dangerous individual be No. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family. Over time, these techniques came to form something. Those forms are quite different from the more practical.
All the more reason to watch your back!
Indeed. He sounds hot.
In that case, I will send some men out in...
Thank you. I must say, I am now very curious about this matter. I will first join the Traveler and invest...
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
The detective agency knows the most. There, do you know?
Aha! So this...
You are too...
Oh? Mr. Kaide, to be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving... Some of them were offering us
Millions?
Please, accept my thanks.
Of course. No matter what... But I wouldn't know where to be...
Then let's put that connection aside. The Tenryo Commission had very few...
It's true that the commissioners aren't clue... If anyone had been out there attacking...
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run.
I still find it difficult to believe few people possess your prowess in battle. So I am well aware of your... It would cause me great grief to see someone... For the poor victim,
Don't worry. Well,
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you...
you flatter me.
You are much too humble. Oh, actually, let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like this...
All right then. Recently, one of them is a pretty well-known collector, Sir...
Amanoma.
Right. Yuya, two grown men going missing. I recalled this because Amenoma...
Understood. Though it seems highly unlikely to me.
Sure, can't hurt.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by...
Sounds good. I'll...
Ah, if it isn't...
Yes. The Kaedahara and Amenoma. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Yes. You may recall...
Though all bladesmiths, as an example, there is nothing mystical to our... As for the art of the Kaede...
That's right. Ishi for only a blade thus far.
Indeed. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade.
You overestimate me. But let's get back on topic. We hope to assist with the investigation.
Ah, yes. He didn't say a word before he left, but I've done what I can so far.
We heard that there was a collector.
Yes. On the I believe he went to collect the item from Miss... Yes. Strange, isn't it? If I had to guess, he's never been particularly... He is extraordinarily...
Truth be told, based on the evidence we have gathered...
What? No. He is humble and kind. Yes. If there's what... But... I also cannot know what... Anyway...
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two... Let's pay a visit to the Nagato.
I'm very sorry, but my husband has gone missing.
No, you misunderstand.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry you have to see me.
I'm afraid we don't have any new With this in mind,
He'd always get so animated when everything was fine when we first got married.
Uh-oh.
He lost his sense of restraint. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing. On the last day that I saw him,
Whoa!
And that
Actually, it didn't. You must understand, after I said those words, he froze. And was silent. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family? Had I not indulged his bad habits, and I also don't know if the next thing I heard was that
I see. Amenoma Yuya came to...
At first, I assumed, but my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so... I don't know. He just perhaps he's too afraid to come home. Even as long as he's willing to turn over
Please don't get upset.
А ти
If
можеш
collecting
просто.
things is a habit that Mr. Nugget, but the information we gathered from the other...
A little confusing.
Let's try a change of scenery. And rest assured, we'll notify...
Thank you so much.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise the fire at the warehouse. Do you have any thoughts?
Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
That is the most likely conclusion based on everything we know. However, in this case, if this is indeed what happened, one fact that I keep coming back, Mr. Nagato, being heavily in, the more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Right. Although the time frame seems Amenoma Yuya lacks a key.
Darn! We thought we could...
Let's keep going. Since we've come, if we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs.
Okay, but...
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. Wait. I hear something ominous.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that, as sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in...
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now. But it felt very much like that ancient Indeed. But we should remain vigilant.
So it's an underground...
The force is the source of the Tatarigami, and judging from the concentration...
Mrs. Nagato said her...
It could well be that he was already under the influence of... From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it... But most will develop us. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence...
So what should we do?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to... You needn't worry.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't... It looks like the fire caused a cave-in.
That was too scary!
All we can do now is keep searching. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let's go. Quiet your mind and...
Need me to come up with some for you? Take it easy.
From this point, the trail appears to... The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the...
Whoa, look at all those fairy trails! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Quiet in there.
Someplace.
Nowhere to hide.
Не привыкла я еще к Хэзу.
It's...
Ugh, look at this...
By the looks of it, a letter. Well, according to this letter, a conflict or Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nut.
So,
He was not only mortally, whatever traces there may have been of, yes, right, if Amenoma Yuya is it,
right. So let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, for a practitioner of the martial art, all the clues that at first seemed disparate. I have a hypothesis that,
Wait, you figured it out?
I believe so. On with the search.
Why here?
I'm not sure. Show yourself!
Kaede Harakazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! What's your problem, huh?
Indeed, there should be no enmity. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it. Whoa! Surely.
Tatarigami energy, often the blade, has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years. Or rather, as a means to occupy Ameno.
You're sharper than many years ago, as a descendant of the Kai.
I presume it has something to do.
Indeed. At that, he was a bladesmith, and sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most.
So.
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that. After the death of my creator, I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power.
So, Amen, tell me, what happens to those you've...
My hosts? Who cares what happens to when they got tired or in... After I returned to Inazuma at long last, I'm a Kaede Harakazuha. Now.
One with nature. That hurts!
Submit to me!
The wind knows me.
Join me and sever that divine light!
Clouds high. The birds up. One with nature.
Do not stand in my way, or
Your bluff's fooling no one.
lost. I can never, even if you defeat me here. He is but a puppet that can be the end result is the same. And even if I were to lose by any means necessary.
Your fighting style. It isn't, but from your movements, I say.
Really? You can tell all.
As I've mentioned before, since the blade is currently possessing, if you ask me, the...
Are you trying to claim that I am help on his deathbed? He passed to me, all in that regard.
Because all of... I've been wondering why you've not... Now that I've seen inside your mind, after all the time that's passed...
Oh, that's right.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's...
And what?
Well, that brings me to my second. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the... I think you realized your limit, but the way I see it...
What would you know about any of this? I'm just...
You returned to Inazuma to prove, even if you were to sever that divine light. Is this truly the outcome that you're... Sure, you inherited the secret. How could you possibly
Silence, you blab. I must achieve my... I will concede that you are most perceptive.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not as... It is pointless.
How stubbornly you stick to your... I do not believe for a second.
What? Sure.
Very well. Then find your... Once we have dealt with them.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you...
I
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save the cursed blade's strength is current. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensive. Even if things take a turn for, we have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance now.
Kazuha?
I felt a little dizzy at first. It's all right. So far, I will.
What should we do next?
We find some. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, if a blade built for Ishin art, if he wants to avoid reality.
Wait a minute. Paimon remembered since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base.
All right.
What about Amanoma Yuya?
The blade says he'll let Amanoma Yuya trail us silently.
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay, fine.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
It's my lucky day.
Wind knows me. One with nature.
Lucky day.
Time to go. Into the wind. Morning leaves. Adorn my night. One with nature.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. Though he's making every effort to persevere.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Let's keep going. Time to go.
It's my lucky day.
Into the wind.
Say no more.
One with nature.
Let's get down to business.
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Whoa. Something's up with the blade.
I can sense that his strength is... He cannot hold out much longer.
But what would that do?
I will be careful with it. He's... One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Are you okay? It looked like
Yes,
the shine's grown a bit dimmer.
perhaps this time we'll find...
True form? What are you talking? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of gem.
If you choose to continue in this maybe you did truly wield. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of... I've finally figured out what you wanted to reach a state of... But regrettably, we are nothing alone. The only one who truly understands...
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup, we can help.
Don't worry. I'll use... It's just more of the same. One with nature.
Hide the fairy.
Into the wind. One with wind and cloud.
You fought
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in no one knew anything of my story. I thought that if I could achieve each...
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor. Yours is the blade that...
Actually, this is forging and maintenance. This blade has traveled the land with skill. Blade. There is something else I must tell you. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the... Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was...
I sensed it.
I resisted its temptations because I feel a great sense of regret the moment you embarked on this journey. You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. How could I possibly... I said to him...
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability... When I touched the hilt for a bladesmith lay quiet. A newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow.
Indeed. While in exile, he spent the rest of his life in the forge. He felt intense regret, so he instructed this sentient. All he wanted to show was that they...
So, but after that, the blacks...
Right. This blade has committed... Yes. Time would not wait or stop. He seems to have calmed down.
Take it easy.
When I look back, I once told him that I... But darkness... Not only did I fail to...
You are finally seeing reality...
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, but I still cannot bring myself... So... May I ask...
Hey! Now you're adding your...
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have. My physical form, as well as the
His attitude has grown. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a...
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. Alas, after that, nor have I ever had the chance. My fights were devoid of any You are a...
Oh? And who...
I will release Amenoma. You must have plenty of reason.
Understood.
I see. I utterly despise him and his... If a duel can help to set this state of affair, I do not wish...
There's no need to worry.
Thanks for your help.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. In any case, for a final
This reminds Paimon a bit of the crook. Yep, we still can't still. Ian, are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ishii.
Successor of Amenoma.
Honored to
It is my honor.
The wind knows me. That hurt! One with nature. Into the wind. Wind strider. Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
Thank you. Although he appears battered and broke, his sense of savage...
You also fought well. There are a few things that I shall leave.
I must apologize to you.
You need not seek my It is too late.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I strayed far from... I beseech you.
Yes. I too...
Thank you. Success.
This blade has also told me that he has another one. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want?
I'm not sure, but...
Oh, it's Yuya!
I am sorry to have troubled you.
A prized Ishin blade. Considering their... But I have some good news as well.
Really? Is he
Yes. Badly wounded, and now that Yuya is back...
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade...
Yes. He said he wants to take control of...
What? No way!
He tells me that he's thought of another... I have decided... Thank you. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So... That's why he said it had his consciousness will do...
Kagotsurube Ishii. It seems like deep down, he only in the final moments.
Seems like he really...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him I understand. Hearing his wish to rival your quest to face the gods and trace your... After everything I've seen, perhaps these...
Oh,
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance.
Wait! Shouldn't we also...
Oh, you're right. And it's also time to give him a response.
Take it easy.
You've returned. The Tenryou Commission is already at...
Wow! You sure kept your...
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using by means of a series of fortuitous events. And so, it looks like I will... The Kaedehara clan has always been a Were I to accept your goodwill...
You misunderstand.
I am aware, but I still did...
Very well, I can understand. However, if you should ever change your mind...
Great.
Where will you travel?
I'll probably take to this... As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Ну что ж, на этом все. Мы получили меч. и встречу с Кадзухой. Это довольно хорошо, никто не пропустит, ну и так далее. Вы были на канале Алекс Нарт. Всем спасибо, всем пока.